Today's Morphin Network video is sponsored by Ranger Stop and Pop, which is March 5th to the 7th, 2021 in Atlanta, Georgia, and Ranger Stop Convention, which is now November 11th to the 14th, 2021 in Orlando, Florida. Go to rangerstop.com for more info.
Oh, yeah.
No. I hear him and some other chump are getting the ass card. Replaced by, get this, humans.
No freaking way! Peter!
Mr. Rowley, how you been?
Very well indeed, and thank you very much for including me in your wonderful live streaming. It's amazing. The modern world.
Hello guys, welcome to a very special interview of Morphin Network. We have the voice of Zurgane from Power Rangers Ninja Storm himself, Peter Rowley. Peter, how are you? Or actually, Zurgane, how are you?
Good afternoon. It is good to talk to you all today. I'm in a good mood, but if there's any trouble...
Yeah. So thank you again, Peter, for being part of this. Yes, so let's get the interview started. So, Peter, can you tell us how you started with acting?
Well, I started with acting when I was at college as a younger man. I had a master who came up to me and said, Rowley, well, we're going to do Hamlet, and I've been watching you, and we need a fool. It's you. So, and I got bitten by it. I think much to the chagrin of my father, who was a very conservative crop dusting man. As you know, New Zealand is full of farms. I joined the theatre not long after I left school as a stage manager, a professional theatre. And this is 1976, and then in 1977 I managed to get a part in a television series called A Week of It. It's a satirical show, and then for the next, I don't know, until probably around about 1996, I was an actor in television and film here in New Zealand.
Zurgane was a character you had to voice. How did the voice acting part of your acting career get started?
We had a very popular comic book over here called Foot Rot Flats, and they made an animated movie in the early 80s, and I played the part of the lead character, the dog, and the dog was, come on, Walt, let's go and play footy, mate. Don't go over there and see that cheeky Hobson. She doesn't really like you anyway. Come on. So I ended up doing that character, and I didn't do a lot of animated voices or anything until Power Rangers.
And of course it was Zurgane. You are doomed.
And then I ran for quite some time when Power Rangers was being shot in Auckland. The ADR, post-production voice and sound effect unit in the studio and did all the, the fight scenes, like, all that sort of stuff.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah, go ahead.
Are you familiar with the term walla? Which we asked Lori about that. It's like background noise for crowded people.
Yes. Yeah. Did all that sort of stuff. Crowd scenes. I had about 8 actors in the studio, and then we'd lay it over, and it sounded like there was 80.
Speaking of Power Rangers, can you tell us the audition process was like for Power Rangers? Like, how did you get the role of Zurgane?
Oh, well, I just got a message from my agent saying that I've been requested to go and audition, and I just went in, and they showed me some of the footage, the animated footage that had already been shot. And fortunately, playing Zurgane, of course, there was no lip syncing, because it's "you are doomed, I am going to kill you all." So there was it was a mask, so that was the easy part. I just did an audition and got the part.
It's nice. 2 things right quick. Can you say "I don't have a mouth" as Zurgane, and how did you come up with his voice?
I don't have a mouth as Zurgane. And how did I come up with the voice?
It was I think the director at the time, they had an American guy there who was also helping with, American diction and so on and so forth. And I just tried several, and that's the one they chose for Zurgane.
I don't know if you knew this, Peter, but did you expect your character to be this popular with the fans? Because your character is really popular.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I didn't realize.
Yeah, basically Ninja Storm is basically one of the most actually popular seasons here in the US. And what's funny, it is technically the first Disney season. So, how do you feel that your character, your monster character, is legit very popular here? Actually, not even used, even around the world, because there's a lot of Power Ranger fans around the world. How do you feel about that?
Oh, it's fantastic. I'm surprised. I didn't even know Power Rangers was still running. Is it still going in the United States?
Yes.
I don't know.
We are currently in season 26, and they're still filming right now.
Oh, they're still filming, yeah. Well, I'm not used now, so I don't know who's doing the Zurgane voice now. But I'm quite surprised that Zurgane was so popular. Great, fantastic.
I'm absolutely impressed.
It's incredible.
Yes, and thank you for a role for that too. Because when I was a kid, I actually loved your character a lot.
Oh, didn't you?
I did.
I used to have your toy too. I used to have your toy too. I was like, no, I don't know where I put it. Yeah.
Good.
I have this collage of the Ninja Storm villains, and there you are.
I'm very pleased to see me there.
Can you tell us about your work in Xen?
No, Xena.
Xena, sorry.
Oh, really? Have you been doing a bit of research?
Yep, we did.
Well, Xena, I only did 3 or 4 episodes of Xena, but that was an amazing thing to work on. And Lucy Lawless, of course, was propelled into international stardom with that show, and she's still up there doing films and things. It was a real privilege to work on Xena. It was groundbreaking for New Zealand. It was the beginning of a lot of co-productions here in this country. The last one I just completed was Immortal Engines, which didn't do too well in the box office, but it was fantastic to work on. And I got to work with people like Steve Lang. You know who I'm talking about. He was the baddie guy in Avatar. So I got to work with some pretty amazing people in that. But yeah, we get a few co-productions happening here still, except of course COVID denies us that a little bit. But I hear a film crew flew in from the United States recently to work on, they're still doing Avatar 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't know how many they're doing. But they're shooting those in Wellington. It's a great privilege to work with Americans on these productions over here. It's fantastic.
Speaking of Immortal Engines, because I actually was a huge fan of the books growing up. Can you tell us about your experience while working on Immortal Engines? I actually did like the film.
Immortal Engines was just, amazing to work on. It was really well organized, wonderful, feeling on set. Everybody was very happy. Everybody was on the same page, and it was gigantic. I mean, I don't know if you know anything about the Stone Street Studios, but it's like Hollywood, huge sound stages and, Weta Digital. 3/4 of the staff there, I'm told, are American as well. And it was just phenomenal with these big green screens everywhere. And you think, wow, I wonder what's going there. And then finally, when I got to see the movie, the scenes I was in, and you go, wow, you look into infinity and you just see this amazing artwork, this CGI that's just, I mean, if the movie was marred by the script, it definitely was enhanced by the Weta Digital CGI. It was brilliant. And, everybody thought it would be a hit, but unfortunately that wasn't to be.
Hey, I watched the movie. It was good. I read the book, so I already knew what was going to happen. And I think, you guys kept it faithful to the book, so good job.
Well, I played Orm Ryland, I had the scuttlebutt,
I remember.
funny metal cockroach thing that sort of, buried itself when danger lurked and all that sort of thing. It was amazing. It was, just extremely cool to work on.
You did mention one of your first jobs, sketch show. So Kent, I actually have that question.
What was the experience like while working on the show? A week of it.
It was groundbreaking because this is a very conservative little country, and Satire, taking the piss out of politicians and things was, nobody had really done it before. So this was a full-on political, probably what you might need with America at the moment. There'd be a lot of material there. Saturday Night Live must be going mad at the moment. We don't watch it here, but it was a wee bit like Saturday Night Live, taking the, as I said, the PISS out of establishment and politics and so on. And it was also, I must say, I went from obscurity, being a stage manager in a professional theatre, and then getting a phone call saying, we hear you can tell a good joke. Why don't you come in and audition for a week of it? So I went, and then a couple of days later, I get a phone call. You're in. Wow! And then, of course, things like reasonable money and fame. Going to a restaurant. Oh, this, look. Oh, look. All that started. It was quite peculiar.
Now, do you have any advice to any aspiring actor or actress that wants to go into the film industry?
Yes. I think that if your heart is set on being in this sort of business, in the entertainment world as an actor, whatever, singer, whatever, it's all to do, the beginning, of course, is work. Prepare yourself, and never take no for an answer. I mean, if you don't get a part after an audition, well, they've said no, but you just think, right now, how could I improve that? Okay, set yourself up for the next one. This, another thing is prepare yourself for auditions by doing simple things like voice exercises, Piggy Babcock, Piggy Babcock, Piggy Babcock, Piggy Babcock, tip the teeth, tip the tongue, tip the teeth, tip the tongue, and all that sort of thing. Prepare yourself, believe in yourself, That's the big one. Believe in yourself. And one day there'll be a lot of no's, but one day there'll be a yes. And that's your opportunity to show what you've got. And everybody's got talent. It's about fear levels and allowing yourself to release and come out of yourself, you know. Build your confidence. Do your thing. Fall in love with the business. That's what I did. I fell in love with it. I used to have a terrible fear of cameras. Terrible. I used to see this machine poking its glassy eye at me, and I was scared. I was really scared. So I said, I had a wee mantra before I went on the set. I'd stand in a corner and go, no fear, no fear, no fear, no fear. And, you know, a lot of people say you should have a wee bit of fear to have control. Well, yes, but only a little bit. And, you know, I remember one day going on and I came off and everybody went, wow, that was amazing. And I couldn't remember what I'd done because my whole focus was on the job. There was nothing back here going, oh, do you think you're that good? Yeah, really? You know, there was no, what do you call it? Judgmental part of my brain doubting me. Because I let myself go. So let yourself go and be who you are.
That's very good advice, Peter.
Very good advice. You guys, all that advice from a veteran voice actor. Oops, here. So, I'm like here, like, oops, I forgot to slide. So, Kent has the last question for you before we go to the fan questions.
Do you have any upcoming projects you'd like to share, or has COVID still affected?
Yeah, the COVID thing has put a handbrake on everything, unfortunately, for me anyway. But what I've done is slide over to my entrepreneurial hat. I've got my entrepreneurial hat here. It's the Air Support Division for the LAPD. There you go. Oh yeah, and I've created a gin because gin is now sort of you know, there's a gin-naissance. The world is going mad about gin, and I've created a gin. And by the way, it's because I spent so much time in comedy. It's called Laughing Club Gin, and it's a recipe from the 1920s out of raffles in Singapore. And here it is. There it is. There, you see. That's my new project. Now, the reason why I'm doing it is because I want to utilize all those skills that I got from acting and comedy and everything to sell my gin. And so soon I hit the road in New Zealand. It's not going to be a huge trip. It's about the size of Van Nuys, I think, New Zealand. You know, but I'm going to go and sell, and, you know, wow people, sell the sizzle. You know, that's my next acting job. I still get auditions and things. I have a really great agent in Auckland, but I've just put a wee bit of a damper on that so I can sell the gin.
We could all use some laughing gin right now.
Yeah, so hopefully maybe we go to the States and I see you some gin. So, okay.
America, Laughing Club Gin is coming your way.
Yes.
And I haven't had any promises.
So this ends the part of our interview. Now we go to fan questions. Before we go to fan questions, we want to give shouts to our sponsors, Ranger Stop Convention, Ranger Stop and Pop. Yes, be sure to follow the website for any upcoming news. And now to the fan comments. Let's see. Ooh, some fans want to say hi to you. Let's see. Okay, Peter Masakar says, greetings from Mumbai, India. Greetings. He's asking,
hello.
He's asking, do you prefer cricket or football?
I prefer flying small airplanes. Actually, I've got my pilot's license. I went to a school that was where cricket was compulsory, and I never touched a cricket bat again. But yeah, I watch a little bit of cricket, you know, of an afternoon, and I suppose my favourite cricketer would be Crow. Oh, he died a while ago, didn't he? But yeah, cricket's not a big part of my life, but I know it is in India, and it's a wonderful game.
Yes.
Mhm.
Let's see. Oh, he's asked a request. Can you make Zurgane's voice? Wait, can you make Zurgane's voice? Finally, I am revived. The Morphin grid's mine. Ah ha ha ha. Can you?
Finally, I'm Reverend. What? Finally, I'm revived. The Morphin grid is mine.
Oh my gosh! All right. So Hasbro, if you're watching this, please get him back. Actually, I have a question for you. One more extra question. So, Peter, if they asked you to come back, would you do it? Would you go by Zurgane again?
Oh yeah, I'd love to. I mean, I had such good fun. I love doing that stuff. Yeah, I would love to. I'd do it in a heartbeat.
Yes.
I have actually something I just thought of. You know the sports drink Monster, right?
Yes.
Do you think does Zurgane's little red lightning on his face kind of look like their logo?
Oh, shoot, you're right. It does.
It does a wee bit, yeah. Ooh, I wonder if the Power Rangers have looked into that.
Gosh. Oh, my cousin Seth Martinez. Any fun stories will work on a recording studio for Zurgane?
Yeah, I tell you what. One of the well, we're doing Zurgane. You're in a studio. It's not like I'm rushing around with a suit and hitting people with those mighty swords. But I remember I had to. Zurgane gets, if you get stabbed in the stomach, you go, oh. If you get stabbed in the throat, you go, eh. You've got to come up with all these noises. And I remember one day working in the, post-production, laying down, fight scenes and things, is working out the noises that you'd make if you got stabbed in various parts of your body. Now, if you got stabbed in the bottom, you go, ooh. That was the sort of bit that I remembered, was working out how to make a noise.
Pyramid says, did you ever watch Hurricane? Oh, he's saying, did you ever watch your Japanese counterparts footage? Is that?
No, I didn't. No, I never watched it. No, was it cool? Is it good?
It's interesting. Another question in here asked about why Zurgane wasn't in the Japanese show. Zurgane is actually a little ant piloting the suit. So, yeah, like
really,
yeah.
Oh, so it's inside the sort of the head going. Yeah, it's a bit like the character in Avatar. Those machines they sort of got into with the big arms.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that? Yeah, I know what you mean.
Basically, the space would open up and we'd see a little ant creature inside piloting the whole body.
I did not know that. Holy shoot.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. Anyway.
I didn't. That's cool.
My cousin is asking, any favorite projects you work on besides Power Rangers or Immortal Engines? So, any projects that you like working on besides the ones we mentioned earlier?
I think one that always sticks out for me, it was one of the first films I worked on. It was called Savage Islands, and I worked with Tommy Lee Jones. Now, this was in 1982, I think it was. You look at Savage Islands, and I played the part of Louis Beck. It was set in about 1860 in the Pacific, and Tommy Lee Jones was playing the part of Bully Hayes, who was supposedly he owned a ship, a brigantine, and he used to supply the islands and things with stuff. But I think he was also a wee bit of a pirate. And so I was very privileged. I got to work with Tommy Lee Jones. I had 2 scenes in the film, one at the beginning, one at the end, and they were both just with Tommy and myself, which was amazing. And then to watch his career go through the roof over the years was extraordinary. Yeah, that was a hell of an experience working with him.
Sounds like it.
Yes. He's asked, and Tommy Lee Jones, hey, legend. I love Tommy Lee Jones.
Yeah.
So, yes. What color Ranger would you be? Oh, so you had to be any Power Ranger color. What would you be?
I like the red. Was it the orange one? The red one?
The red one, yeah.
Yeah, I kind of like that. I like to show off. You know what I mean? Red's a show.
So you are a Red Ranger.
That just reminded me, the Japanese version of your guys' show, there was a team up with the previous Rangers, like there was a special that featured them teaming up, and part of the plot of it featured your guys' characters pretending to be the previous team of Rangers. So that's
really?
Yeah, that's kind of funny. And they also did the face opening bit on the guy that Zurgane was masquerading as.
Oh, right. Yeah. Really?
Separatists, you're a Sixth Ranger alumni that was in Xena the interview. Oh yeah, so I didn't even know it was Peter. So you legitimately almost every New Zealand voice actor or New Zealand actor Power Ranger actor we interviewed has been involved in Xena in some other way. So I think because it's right. I think you're the 6 or 7 one that was involved in Xena.
Oh, yeah. Well, no, I didn't quite get that actually. What does he want me to say? Sorry.
Oh no. So he's saying that that you were the Sixth Ranger alumni that we interviewed in our channel. That was part of Xena.
Oh right. Yes.
Yeah. Because all the New Zealand actors we voiced in the past, we interviewed in the past, has been involved in Xena in some way. So.
Yeah. Well, everybody. I mean, everybody had a part in Xena. It was extraordinary. Yeah, those days are gone now. With big productions for this country, big productions, and it was Hercules with Kevin Sorbo. I was in that as well, and that all stopped. I think the tax incentives weren't quite, going to work. I think Peter Jackson finally turned that around with Lord of the Rings and so on. But yeah, we don't see as much as we did back in the 80s and early 90s. There was a run of really cool stuff going on.
Welcome, Kabuto. Zurgane was one of the best generals in Ninja Storm. He took world conquest seriously. Unlike Lothar, he was the first villain to have his own Zord since Diva Tox and Vex Dumb Dirty. Which monster today was your favorite under Zurgane's command? If you actually remember, do you remember any of the monsters he commanded?
Look, I'm awfully sorry, but
there was one.
Do you have a date on when I worked on this one?
Roughly 2002 or
2003. 2003 you worked on Ninja Storm. Or 2?
Oh, 2003, yeah.
Either late.
Yeah, sure. No, I can't remember. I shouldn't. There's far too much of this in my life, I suspect, a memory shot. But
there was.
But yeah, there were a lot.
There was. I'm sorry. There was one. There was one particular monster. He was a pig creature, and Zurgane introduced him like a wrestler spectator, and like Lothar's just like General Zurgane, and you're like, yes, don't give up your day job. Yes, sir.
I remember that. Yes.
That's what
don't give up your day job.
So anyway, here, that's not a question for me. Like, did you ever actually like worked on set with the actual actors, or you were just on the voice recording studio voicing?
No, it was just never went to the set. It was all done. Everything had been shot. So you go in there after it's been shot and then put the voices and the sound effects and all that thing. You lay it over the top of existing footage.
I see.
Yeah.
So
it.
You're saying, Peter?
What? Peter?
Well, it wasn't that. It wouldn't seem that exciting to anybody else. You're going into a studio just wearing normal clothes, and you're talking like that. What I really like about it, because you're not on set, because you're not wearing a costume, your imagination, you had to put yourself in the feeling of the actual, filming. Do you understand what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You had to project as much as you possibly could into the pictures you're seeing. you know, and that was quite cool. And, you know, I'm going to destroy you. You have 1 second to live. Yeah, you know, and it was all that sort of stuff, but you weren't there. You weren't on set. So it was quite cool, that sort of transition, you know.
Let's see, because again it says, have you been into any comic
Yes.
convention?
Have you done any?
Never.
Never.
No. Never been invited.
Oh, so okay, so
No.
Mikey, my sponsor, if you like get this guy to a con, Power Ranger Con, also to Scott Zillner, Power Morphin Con, maybe, hopefully, Power Ranger fans can see you.
Would you be interested in coming to, like, say,
Oh,
more?
is that an invitation?
Hopefully. Well, the thing is, so jokes aside,
Coming to win?
yeah, jokes aside, would you be interested in doing like comic conventions in the U.S. if you were offered to?
Hey, you could bring your vodka over.
Oh, of course.
No, but yeah, Peter. So would you
Gin?
be? Yeah,
You.
Jen.
Gin.
yes. But yeah, Peter. So would you be interested? So like,
My gin will come.
yeah, but if any chance,
Oh, absolutely.
yeah. Oh, yeah, guys. There's your answer. If you like any of you comic convention owners that are Power Ranger fans, you said yes. Let's see. Leonard saying Hasbro anyway, Zurgane. Oh, so basically saying like he hopes you're in a video game because there's this Power Ranger video game where we're putting all these characters in the past. So he's hoping that you're inside that video game.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting to see.
No, nobody's ever asked me to watch a video game. They've probably got some other guy, you know, a doppelganger doing it. You know, so no.
Let's see.
But I am the original Zurgane. Forget it.
Oh, we
Welcome Kabuto. What advice can you give serious journalists working under comic early main villains? Oh my gosh.
That's a tough one. Be funny and make people feel better. I'm not quite sure what that question it really is, but go for it.
That's the answer. Go for it. Leo. Hey Peter, love you as Zurgane and love your role as TJ in the movie Shell. Where can I get some that laughing gin?
I've been laughing club gin. It's lovely. Leonard, thank you for asking that question. You're a very, very smart man. It's like a lot of good things. It's coming soon. And thank you for that. Yeah, I love doing Shelved, guys, you don't know, was a lovely little sort of like a CGI school. Young students put together this amazing little film, and I played this robot, and that was pretty cool. I'd love you to see it. I don't know how you can, but maybe it's on YouTube or something like that. It's called Shelved, and it's animated, and it's very, very well done. And those young people did an amazing job, and I was so privileged to get a role in that.
Artemis says, would you be interested in coming back for Diaphragm? Oh, so he's basically asking, would you be interested in coming back for another role for Power Rangers for next season?
Oh, of course.
Of course I would. I was killed in the first one. I will resurrect.
That'd be awesome.
Matt Sullivan, can you say your line, never send elephant to do an alien's job?
Never send an elephant to do an alien's job.
And one more, he says, General, oh my god,
General, brilliant, very good. Spoken, yeah. Kabuto. Great name.
yeah.
See it a lot.
Also, I don't know if you remember this, but do you have a favorite version of your Zord? Do you remember anything?
Which version of Zurgane Zord was your favorite?
I just
Sorry, buddy. I'd be making it up.
Every one of them was me, Zurgane, the best.
Yeah, I can't remember.
I got the image.
Thanks for asking.
I got the image here.
There he is.
God, you've got it all there, haven't you? It's amazing.
Yes, I have a massive,
Sensation.
massive scrapbook on it.
So does it have quite a strong following in the United States, Power Rangers? It's quite a
Yeah.
cult, isn't it?
Yes, it's so I don't even knew, but it was their 25th anniversary 3 years ago, and it's still going on. They're actually filming now the next season, still in New Zealand too. So it's been going on now, technically 27
Oh,
years.
really?
Yeah. Like
Wow.
there's a convention in Pasadena in LA in California called Morphin. Basically, it's like the biggest comic convention of Power Rangers, and also our sponsors Ranger Stop are in Orlando. Basically, it's the East Coast version of the Power Ranger convention. So.
Yep. Amazing.
Oh, one more
It's
question.
like Star Trek.
Yeah,
Star Trek conventions still go. You
Mhm.
know.
Yes. We'll do one more question, guys. Let's see. Oh, this special one. How would you sound if they showed the alien bug in him? Oh, basically, our little alien thing they didn't show in the. Yeah, remember the alien that I can't mention? How would you have
Yeah.
sounded him like?
Come on, Zurgane. Come on, let's go. Come on, pull yourself together. All right. Oh, I hate you, you little creep.
That would have been awesome. Interesting.
There you guys go. There you go. All right, guys. Well, this was an awesome interview. Yeah. Oh, never mind. Okay, one more. There's one more. Favorite niece, Mara or Capri? Oh my God.
Oh well, look. I'm just going to pick one because I used to go out with a girl called Mara. So yeah, that one. I don't know if it's male or female.
You are such a Christian.
All right, guys.
Yeah. No. Thanks. All right.
Awesome. All right, guys. So this ends our. Oh, sorry. Seriously, Peter.
No, go ahead.
All right, guys. So technically, that's pretty much it. Okay. All right, guys. This ends our interview with awesome Peter Rowley. Great to have you here for an American audience, Peter. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
So, Peter, where can you find you on social media?
Well, at the moment I'm on Facebook, Peter Rowley. That's Rowley. Yeah, Facebook under Peter Rowley or Laughing Club Gin. That's another one. I'm a bit of a tech tard, so I'm getting there. But Instagram is my next job to get everything on there. But yeah, you find me on Facebook, Large as Life.
Nice.
All right.
And Kent, where can you find you on social media?
Find me on Instagram, brown_K, and QR Ranger Book, where I show this massive thing off. So,
Oh my God.
Wow,
this was
that's huge.
yes, very huge.
Yeah.
And you, Ryan?
I can find me Instagram, DancerBoy247. Please follow us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Morphin Network. Again, guys, thank you so much. Thank you, Peter. Thank you so much again.
Thank you very much.
And guys, stay
Guys,
safe.
look, a real privilege.
Yes.
Real privilege to be, and you brought back a lot of memories, and they were good memories too.
Yeah. Hopefully, Peter. Hopefully, in the future, we can see you in a future con here in the US. But again, till again, guys. Thank you guys again so much. Have a goodbye wave. Bye, guys.